nonprofit interviews at Mountain Dew Park. We're so thankful for Oasis Outdoors to provide us the space to be able to do the interviews live this year. We've typically done them on Zoom, and so we get to have everybody kind of in studio this year, and so we're really excited about that. We have two guests this time, so we were able to kick Tom out for just a moment so that we could make sure that we were able to talk to both of them. So welcome to both of you to our little Facebook Live studio.
Hi. Thanks for having us. Thanks for having us, yeah.
So tell us a little bit, let's introduce both of you and tell us a little bit about the organization and your mission, which I know most people probably know of, but tell us a little bit about what you have going on.
Yeah, so my name's Carson Cates, and I'm the coordinator at the Southern Illinois Collaborative Kitchen. And what we do is we provide low to no cost meals to anyone in our community who is facing food insecurity. So people can make a donation if they are in a place where they can, but they can always have access to meals even if they can't. And then we always use meals from local restaurants and local ingredients when we can.
Oh, fantastic. So tell us a little bit about the footprint that you serve in Southern Illinois. Are there certain specific counties that you serve, or where do the majority of your clientele come from?
Right now, the majority of our clientele is definitely in the Carbondale area or the larger Jackson County area, but we are working on ways that we can expand that access to the other counties.
Great. So I'm going to ask numbers. So do we have information on how many people have been served so far this year? Do we have information on number of meals or anything stat-wise that we can share?
Right now, we are doing about 230 meals a week. Or
wow.
130 meals a week. Sorry.
Wow. That's incredible.
And then additionally, we also offer breads and quiches, which we're doing probably around 40 of those.
So it's a unique setup, though, the way that it operates. So let's talk a little bit about how that works as far as the donation and calling the meal in, and what does that process look like?
Yeah, so currently what it looks like is on Wednesdays, we will put out what the actual menu is, what we're offering. And then right now we have an online setup. So you go to our website and then you choose how many, what meals you would like, how many you would like. We do limit how many meals that we can give to an individual orderer, just because the need is there and we're only currently able to provide so much. We are looking on doing a phone-based system in the future for people who are not as tech savvy, because that is just another way to expand our access. But right now we are currently online only.
Okay, so tell us a little bit about what the funds you collect during GiveSI, what will that money go to?
Oh, good. Okay, cool. It goes to meals. So we started this nonprofit 3 years ago with the mission of supporting local restaurants and feeding the community. We would buy food from restaurants and offer them to the community at little to no cost, or pay whatever you can. So this allows us to offer more meals. I think lately, the last couple of weeks, you can attest to that, the meals have just the need has really ramped up. So now it's we need your support more than ever to kind of keep our mission going, to make sure people get food, and because eating should not be that's not something you should stress about.
Yeah, and so when people are able to call in their meals, they can actually do that, like you said, hopefully soon over the phone, but they can order those meals, and then it's kind of a drive up service situation. But there's never a specific fee collected, right? So is it, or how does that work?
Correct. So there's not a specific fee collected. We do have suggested donations, so that way you can donate to cover your meal, or you can donate extra so it covers your meal and an additional meal if you're in the place to do that. But there's no standard for how much you have to donate. And then obviously you don't have to donate at all.
And this program is kind of unique because not only does it help the community, but it also helps local restaurants and organizations. So let's talk a little bit about that as well.
Yeah. Do you want to take that one?
Sure. I think when we first started this group, and it was with the folks at Cristados, and then we had this idea, I think, right before COVID. And then when COVID hit, we were like, hey, this need is there. Restaurants are shutting down. So we wanted a way to support the restaurants and feed the community. So the restaurants were really generous. They'd offer their meals to us at less than what they charge customers, but enough where they would still make a profit.
Mhm.
And then so we would buy those meals every week, and then we would be able to offer them. So it's really been a unique opportunity to not only help restaurants during one of the most trying times for any business, and to also help support, the community who needs food.
Yeah, absolutely. Tell us a little bit about the impact that you've had in the community. Like, what are some of those fantastic stories that you can share about people who've really been impacted by this program?
Yeah, so at events, I've definitely had people come up to me and tell me that they've used our service specifically when they've been furloughed, or like when just things have happened at their job, or money just like suddenly went away and they weren't sure what they were going to do. And it's really helped a lot of people get through some of those trying times where you're not sure how you're going to get your next meal. And then a lot of those people, whenever they were able to, could come back and donate whenever they were in a better situation.
And I think when we were looking for grants, we collected, I think, a bunch of letters of support, and we read those, and it kind of almost made me tear up a little bit, because the impact that, we don't see it directly, but for them to communicate with us that it really helped them, I think that was really powerful for us at least.
Yeah, absolutely. And, the need is great. One of the things that Tom and I have kind of talked about through some of these different interviews is that a lot of our organizations are there for people who are in crisis, right? But sometimes it is just about getting through that next week, because there has been an emergency or something has happened that, you were furloughed, or, you had to take time off work for some reason. So this is really there for that situation too, right? It may just be a one-time thing, or every once in a while opportunity for the community. It's not necessarily something that, people have to be in crisis to be able to come and get that meal as well. And what kind of impact does that have on the community that you serve? Just being able to know that they can, just drive through, get a meal, and no questions asked, right? And, they're not going to be hounded about all the information that they need to provide to know whether or not you deem them qualified to receive that meal. It's really just that easy of a process to get them from one place to the next when they just need a little bit of help.
Yeah, I do think that model does help people just like retain their dignity whenever they need help. Just being able to get it without having to prove that you're in need, or beg, or any of these ways that we have hurdles for people getting access to things. It just allows people to just be like, you know what, I need this right now. I'm just going to get it. There's no judgment, nothing. I'm just going to go get it and be treated exactly like somebody who was donating or not.
Yeah, exactly like someone who was pulling up to a drive-through restaurant and getting a meal to take home. And that's, like you said, as far as dignity, that's really, really important.
Yeah.
So as people look at organizations to donate to for GiveSI, Southern Illinois Collaborative Kitchen, SI Collaborative Kitchen is on that list, and that money will go directly toward the meals that people will be receiving, which again, not only benefit the community, they benefit local restaurants, they benefit, all of those organizations that, those letters of support that really the people in Southern Illinois who are coming together to help make sure that people have that hot meal when they need it. So is there anything else that you want to add to tell, people who are considering donating to SI Collaborative Kitchen? Is there anything else you want to add as they look to GiveSI to make that donation?
Yeah, so right now the main reason we need the donation is we do have more demand than what we are actually able to provide in this moment. We have a limit of how many meals we can actually give each week, just based off of having to be able to sustain this program long enough. And used to, we would open ordering on Wednesdays and close it on Thursday evening. Now we do not make it to Thursday because meals get claimed so quickly, which means there's a lot more people.
Yeah.
And we frequently have people like messaging like, hey, did anybody not get something? Are there any extras? Is there any way I can get this? So the more donations we get, the more meals we're actually able to provide. And I can tell you that there's definitely a need for it in our community right now.
Yeah, there's so many opportunities to help people, but when it comes to that hot meal, it is so important. And, the community loves what you're doing. And so it's really an opportunity for you to support the people in Southern Illinois, in your community. Like I said, even, just that 1 or 2 time, that chance that they need to have that meal to get them through that week. So the work you're doing is impactful and incredibly important. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
So there are many ways to donate. You can definitely click on the donate button at the bottom. It's 3, as Thomas said many times, it's 3 easy steps. All you need to do is go to that donate button, click on it. You'll find SI Collaborative Kitchen. Tom has been mentioning to everyone, it's like, oh, it's just the letter B. So it's right up at the top, but that's gone now. So I can't really say that. So SI Collaborative Kitchen, scroll down, and then you'll be able to read their mission statement and learn about the impact they're having in the community, and then make sure that you make that final step and donate. Thank you both so much for joining us today.
Thanks for having
Thanks
us.
for having us.